Hi, everyone, and welcome to your new moon in Cancer reading. Okay, we are going to be doing what area of your life you need to focus on for this new moon in Cancer energy to help you plant seeds to begin a new cycle and to bring your wishes into reality or manifestation. We'll also be doing a pick a card at the end as well. But we're going to start with Cancer's key phrase, and that is I feel. What does this mean, and where is it going to show up this new moon cycle for you? And how can you use that energy to your advantage? All right, Cancer energy is all about healing and the ability to have unconditional love and nurturing of yourself and others. It is the emotions and inner security, and its motivation comes from emotions and asking yourself what feels right. Feeling through life and building and shaping relationships from a place of feeling. It is also being able to take the emotional temperature of the situation before acting on or engaging with it. Cancer energy is also very sensitive. However, there is a strength and a take charge sort of mothering energy that not only wants to give emotional security, but to receive it as well. Now, we're always going to talk about the shadow side too. So, if we're looking at the shadow side of Cancer energy, it would be knowing that feelings are complicated emotions. So, being careful about the stories that we tell ourselves is important, and try really hard to avoid emotional manipulation of yourself with these stories and or others. So now that we know what the Cancer I feel energy is, let's take a look at where it's going to show up for each zodiac sign. As always, I suggest that you watch for your rising sign first because that's going to resonate the most. However, if you don't know your rising sign, you can watch for your sun sign. And if you want to find out about your rising sign, leave a comment and I can help you out with that, okay? Now, let's remember before we get into this that new moons and the energy, this time Cancer energy, are all about new beginnings, new cycles, and planting new seeds and wishes for manifestation. So I will see you in your rising or sun sign reading here, and then on to the pick a card. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the second part, the pick a card for your new moon in Cancer reading. Okay, we have two choices here, short and sweet. We have pile one, which is this tourmalinated quartz. Okay, very pretty. All right, tourmalinated quartz. Or we have this very pretty ocean jasper crystal for you to choose from. So pile one, pile two. Choose the crystal that calls to you. You can even watch both. I'll see you in your pile for additional areas in your life that you can maybe work on. And there may even be messages in here too, guys, okay? So first out, we have Taurus. All right, I like that already. So right there, everyone, that is Taurus. That means your second house. So you can go back and read about the second house, but I'll tell you a bit about it too. It has to do with your money, how you earn it, how you take care of it, your financial responsibility, your personal properties and possessions. It's also going to be how you value yourself, your core values, okay? So is there somewhere in that area that you need to be maybe a little more nurturing, a little more, this Cancer energy, a little more nurturing, a little more kind, where you really need to feel it. Whatever it is in that area of your life, I want to say with this Cancer energy, it should be something that is coming from a place of feeling, of knowing, of intuition. Okay? And that will be the same with the other ones that we may uncover as well. And here we have Gemini. So that is third house, all to do with communication, okay? How you think, how you learn, how you express yourself, how you share things with other people. It can also be your siblings and your extended family, like aunts, uncles, cousins, grandparents. And it can be your immediate, pardon me, your immediate surroundings and community. So maybe in what areas there do you want to, you know what, have maybe a new start, a new cycle, a new beginning, make things better? What are your hopes and wishes in those areas for those people in your life? Maybe you want to write. Maybe you're a writer. Maybe you want to speak. You want to stand up and speak in front of people. So you may want to start working with Spirit, God, Source, Universe, whomever it is for you, to help you to be able to activate that throat chakra and be comfortable speaking in front of people. So that would be a seed you could plant. So that's kind of the idea here. Whoops, I hate it when my little hangnails show up, you guys. I have such bad nails. Anyway, but what this is, I'm going to hold this up so you can see the name of the card, okay? And it is Wisdom and an Affinity. Duality teaches us that in order to love, we must bind together what differentiates us. So I like that. And just as a message, what I have coming in is that would be Taurus. My core beliefs and your core beliefs may be different, but that doesn't mean that there isn't something about each of us that we could have in common. Just because our core beliefs are different. You know, you may want to go back. I just put out a video. It was last month for the summer of 2024. I think it's summer 2024. What does Spirit want us to know? You may want to go back and take a look at that. But there's more that brings us together, believe it or not, than what keeps us apart. And it could have to do with, because this is Taurus, our core beliefs. It could be in the way that we earn our money. Okay? It could be that one of us or the other may have more property, possessions, may be better off, but you're still people. So I just want to say that. But so now we have second house, third house, okay? Resilience, don't give up, okay? Look, she has got this bundle on her back and she is not going to give up. She's going to get it home. I feel like there's something in there that she could plant, right? And she, no matter what, or it could be the harvesting of what she's planted and she's taking it to market. All I know is that she's not going to let it tumble down over the mountain. So that is a message for you. Do not give up. Okay, let's get into the rest here. And I'm going to be pulling some tarot with them. So I'll get my cards ready. Okay, pile one, you are very close to achieving your goal. That may be a message that some of you need to hear right now. Okay, you're very close to achieving a goal. Maybe these are seeds that you planted a while ago. It doesn't happen overnight. Sometimes it's not going to happen within a month or a few weeks. It can take a lot of time for a manifestation to come through because everything has to be perfect. But look at this, the 10 of Cups, completion. It's going to happen. You are going to get your, and in this case, I love we're talking about Cancer here. 10 of Cups is emotional fulfillment. So you are going to get that emotional fulfillment. What it is that you've always dreamed and wished about is going to be coming to fruition. And this could be something that maybe you haven't actively planted seeds about, and that's okay. All right. You just may have been working really, really hard. Maybe you work together with Spirit. You know what? Maybe they have your back because they see what it is that you're doing and they appreciate it and they want you to be successful. And maybe in passing, you've said, you know, if you could just help me with this, I'd really appreciate it. We need to ask, right? Just know it's going to happen. I love that. That's a nice message. Next, we have Aries, first house. So we have second, third, now first. Me, myself, and I, and how you identify yourself or see yourself, okay? So it could be about your physical appearance, right? Your image, how others see you, and how you come across to others. Do you want to change that in any way? Do you want to better that in any way? Do you have a dream about how you want to come across to people? And when I say a dream, what I mean is you are who you are. But deep down in your core, you feel, I almost want to say that you can be better, do better, and you want people to see that. So maybe you ask Spirit to start working with you to bring that. Okay? That's one thing. This also says cool your emotions. Ooh, so what is that about? That just could be a message maybe for some of you, you know, along with figuring out what other areas you need to focus on. Maybe you also need to focus on cooling your emotions. Can you get a little wound up sometimes? Look at this card. It's Aries, right? Aries can be a little fiery, a little passionate, a little impulsive. Maybe sometimes, you know, expresses themselves a little too much or a little too harshly. So is that something that you need to work on maybe? Six of Swords, movement. Yes, you guys, that is leaving behind what isn't serving you so that you can get to somewhere that is calm and cool. And in this case, I even want to say where you can be calm, cool, and collected, all right? So this might just be a message in here in amongst saying, you know what, it's time to move on to calmer shores, right? Cool your emotions. This is definitely a message for someone, but this is also a positive because this is you taking the initiative to start making the change. So that's a great thing. Let's get the last card before we get into some more tarot and oracle. The Moon's reflection, accept responsibility. Okay, I like this. So this could just be a message for you, pile one, where you need to be, I'm going back to here, resilient. You don't give up. You're close to achieving your goal. Do not give up. There may be something in here where you need to move to calmer shores. You need to, you know, kind of cool down your emotions. And maybe for some of you, there's something that you need to accept responsibility. Could it be about your finances? Could it be about the way you've been speaking or treating others that we talked about in the third house, right? You know, could it be taking responsibility for yourself here? King of Wands. It's okay to have the passion, but what I want to say with the King of Wands, it needs to be a controlled passion. He is fiery, he is compassionate, he is outgoing, you know, he's ambitious, he wants to get out there and be the leader, and he has big visions, and he's successful. But does it need to be controlled? And with the King, I want to say it's a controlled energy. So maybe you need to take responsibility and control that energy, right? Doesn't mean you don't have it, you don't embrace it, you don't work with it. You just need to control it a bit better. All right, so let's get another card here. These cards usually will give us another house too that you could look at. So you've got the first, second, and third. And if that's already one of the houses that you've read about, right, then that means Spirit's doubling down. Maybe you're thinking, oh, well, there isn't nothing I have to do in that house. They're coming back and saying, take another look. That's if you already have the first, second, or third as one of the houses you've read about for your rising or sun sign, okay? Now, whoa, that one just, yeah. Gemini, third house again. Okay, so that's doubling down on the third house. And look, and if you read for your rising or sun sign third house, that's tripling down on it. So this is hone your negotiation and relationship skills. Yeah, cool your emotions. You know what? Maybe accept responsibility here. It's all about communication. So very interesting. I love that for you. Now I'm going to get just a few more cards before we go here. Oh, that one come out. Look, the Queen of Wands. Love it. I love this pile one because while they're telling you to be cool here, the message that's coming out with these tarot is that doesn't mean just because you have to cool your emotions, you know, it doesn't mean you lose the passion, you lose the excitement, you lose the vigor, you lose the enthusiasm. You still keep all that, just in a controlled way, because the Queen is very similar to the King, right? Passionate, courageous, ambitious, confident, determined, all right? Resilient. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Knight of Swords. He lets go of the drama. That's what I'm going to say. The Knight of Swords is, again, it's kind of like this Gemini energy too, because Swords is all about your thoughts, your actions, your words, being clear about stuff. So maybe before you act or react, it's getting clear about why, the why behind it. All right, so when you're choosing to plant those seeds, really think long and hard and deep about what do I want to achieve? What's the goal? What's the end goal? What wish is it that I want to come in? What is it exactly? Okay, so be very clear about the intention, the seeds you're planting. 8 of Cups. Yeah, I like this. This reminds me of, you know, when we do full moon readings where we're walking away of things that no longer serve us. But they're saying introspection, which is what I was talking about here with the Knight of Swords. Or sorry, this is Knight, not the King. Oh my heavens, you guys. Sometimes I think I need new glasses. He is wanting to succeed, also being very clear about what it is that he wants to succeed in, how he wants to exceed, right? Using the power of intellect to achieve the goal or the wish or the manifestation that's going to come in. So just keep that in mind. All right, back to 8 of Cups. You're leaving what isn't serving you. You want to bring in what does. Introspection. So really take the time and plan that out. Okay? The Knights are going to plan along with the King when it comes to battle, right? So, you know, no, I'm not saying this is a battle, but you can take the time to plan this out. So we have first, second, double down on the third house for you guys, all right? Along with just some other messages, which I love. Let's get one more card here before we go, pile one. And remember, everything you're doing is with the Cancer energy, right? It's got to feel right. Okay, the introspection. You've got to feel it. It has to mean something to you emotionally, right? You may need to be nurturing yourself through this, caring for yourself through this. All right, like kind of even mothering yourself. But there needs to be that energy behind it. Look at this. I will persist. My will is strong. There isn't anything that you can't do, pile one, if you set your mind to it, okay? We know that. We've heard it 1,000 times. We've heard it since we've been in elementary school. Put your mind to it, you can achieve it. That's because it can happen. And then you team up with spirit, whoever that is for you, and away you go. So I hope that you enjoyed this. It's given you some other areas, some other houses to go back and read about. And then you can pick and choose. And remember, it's not a race. You should not feel hurried. You should not feel pressured. You do this, and you know what? There's a new moon every month, okay? Maybe write it down, journal it if there's something that you want to tackle, maybe further on down the line, later in the year. You can always add it on then, all right? Thank you so much, Pile 1. If you want, you can check out Pile 2 as well. See you soon. Hi to those of you who chose Pile 2. We are getting into planting new seeds, new beginnings, new starts, right? What do you have for dreams, wishes? What do you just want to bring into your life that's good for you? Bring it into reality, have it manifest into your life. That's what we're doing here. And these piles, this pick a card is in case you have already read about your sun or rising sign and you think, you know what, I've already worked on that, or I'm not feeling a need to work on that right now. It wasn't resonating with me. This is to give you some other areas. You can even watch Pile 1 if you feel drawn to watch both. That is fine too. But let's get right into this. And remember, you're doing it with that Cancer energy. So whatever this is, whatever it is you're going to choose to do here, where to plant the seeds, it needs to be with feeling. It needs to feel right. Your intuition needs to be at play here. It needs to be strong. Let's get into the first round. We have the 9th house. Sagittarius ruled by Jupiter. The 9th house is all about spirituality, religion, your belief systems, higher education, studying and learning. What are your philosophies? Okay. And long distance travel. All right. So what area there do you want to plant seeds in? Has it been your dream to travel to a certain place in the world, in your own country, in your own province? It's more long distance though, but for some people, if you have a big province or state or wherever it is you live, it could be quite a journey. So that would be considered long distance. I think anything over 3 or 4 hours is long distance, okay? But those are the areas that you want to plant that seeds. It needs to be something that means that feels right, that is going to make you fulfilled, maybe make you feel more secure in some way. But that's the energy that's going to be around you. All right. And I feel like there needs to be emotional balance in it. So I'm just going to leave it at that. So 9th house. Next, we have this card, Defense and Alliance. Protect yourself from those who do not wish you well, yet offer your help to those who most need it. Well, that's nurturing. That's the Cancer energy, helping, nurturing not just yourself, but other people as well. So I like that. Maybe for some of you, I'm just going to go out on a limb, and because of this card, I'm going to say maybe whatever it is that you're planting here or want to plant may involve other people. So just keep that in mind, all right? But let's get the next card, Action. Spirit's coming here. It's time to take action, right? You have come maybe to this pile to get that little spur, that little nudge, that little, okay, time to get moving. All right, time to take action here. All right, so right now we have 9th house. Let's look at the rest of these cards. I'm going to be bringing tarot and then more oracle and tarot out at the end. So we have a new start is coming, new moon. Well, this is a new moon. This isn't specific, okay? So maybe this is your new start. This is why they're saying take action now. I had said in the kind of the intro here at the beginning of it, you know, take your time. And yes, you should. You should never feel rushed or pressured doing this. But for some of you, I feel like the message is very strong with this card coming out. No, now is the time. You know what? No more procrastination. Let's get a tarot with that and see if it can give us a little more insight. And the other thing that I feel I need to say to you, pile two, is you don't always have to wait for the new moon. That is just when the energy's the strongest, and because it's astrology and we know where those planets are going to be for thousands of years, hundreds of years now, behind and ahead, okay, past and future. You can do this at any time. This is just when the energy is the strongest, and there's always going to be an energy attached to a new and a full moon. So that's why I do these readings, so you can take advantage of that in the moment. Two of Cups. Oh, what I like about the Two of Cups and how this ties in, because Cups is emotions. We're talking about Cancer. The moon rules Cancer. It's very feely, I feel, right? It's very emotional. It can be very psychic or intuitive, all right? It can be the empath. But what I was saying is, whatever this is that you want to plant the seed for and work with Spirit, God, Source, Universe, or whomever, whatever that is, now is the time. But it really needs to be something that you love. Okay, it's a you make the choice to do this because it's something you feel passionate and emotionally attached to, in a healthy way, of course. This could also be about relationships, okay? The Two of Cups can be finding that relationship from platonic to love, but that person who just, remember I said there might be people helping you? I feel like this is this could be like a joint venture or something for some of you, okay? If that resonates with you. Let's get on to some more here. First quarter moon in Libra, keep your heart open. For some of you, you could be manifesting. You want to manifest a relationship. So they're telling you now you need to keep your heart open, but you need to take action. Maybe you have been widowed, or maybe you just have chosen to put your career or family first, and you're now ready to get back out there and look for, love again. This could be your message in some way. Maybe that's what you're planting the seeds for. But with Libra, okay, because Libra is the 7th house, and that's all about relationships, right? So at all your one-to-ones, so like spouse, significant others, your family, your friends, colleagues, partners in business, or partners in other ventures or things that don't necessarily have to do with business, clients. And it's also about peace, harmony, fairness, and justice too. So, and it can also be about legal affairs. So take all of that in. Is there somewhere in those areas that you're like, you know what, I need a new start, or I've always dreamt of this or wished of this in the, say, 9th house area, or whatever it is that you've already listened to, okay, or read. But it could also be, go back and look at that 7th house. Let's get a tarot to go with it. Because it's certainly, for some of you, it could be a new relationship. And it doesn't have to be romantic. Remember that, okay? It could be a new friendship, and that person just feels like, you've known them all your life. You feel comfortable, you feel safe, you feel secure. You just, on an emotional level, you like everything about them. 7 of Pentacles. I love that it has vision here. Okay, so that could be a message. But with the 7 of Pentacles, that is, you guys are going to love this, it is the Cancer energy too, all right? So how can I... what am I trying to say here? It's, you've planted the seeds, you are taking care of them, you're watering, you're weeding, you're using your discernment here, and they're starting to grow, and you see them starting to grow, and you're like, wow, it's not going to be too long before I can harvest those pentacles, right? So I just feel like this is a message. Once you make the decision to take action, you're going to get them and this is all metaphorical, of course, you understand that, but you're going to get them in the ground. You're going to get those seeds planted. You're going to be talking to spirit or whomever it is for you, and then you're going to start nurturing them. You're working on your side. Spirit's working on theirs for you, okay? So I love that. Now, let's get to drawing down the moon knowledge. Look, we have a new moon. We have drawing down knowledge from the moon. Again, I feel, and I told you, moon Cancer is all about feeling. It's all about that intuition, right? This is trusting and believing in your intuition to make the right choices here when you are about to plant the seeds, or what seeds it is that you want to plant. Okay, so right now we have 9th house and 7th house as additional houses for you to work on. And we're probably going to get one more in the next oracle cards that I have. King of Wands, passion. Passion is an emotion, right? Enthusiasm, taking action. All of that needs to be backed up with emotion. And you can either back it up with good, solid, stable emotion, or you can back it up with erratic. My suggestion from Spirit is do it with solid, balanced emotion, okay? But don't, be passionate about what this is. You know, when you're asking them to send me signs, send me synchronicities to help me make this decision or to help me move forward through this, trust it's going to happen. When they see the passion behind it, they're going to be right there with you, working in tandem. All right, let's get one more, or two more oracles actually. Oh, and a few more tarot too, please. I've got to get the tarot after this. So, pile 2. What else? Is there another house here that you can look at for another area? Aquarius, 11th house. Your inner wild child awakens. This is you being a free spirit. This is you. Maybe this is it. This could be a message and a house where they want you to be that wild child, to be the free spirit, to march to the beat of your own drum. But the 11th house is that. But it's also about friendships, right? Friends, social circles, support systems, any networks and alliances that you have. But it can also be about humanitarianism and technology. So maybe you want to plant seeds in some of those areas, right? So keep that in mind. Let's get some more tarot here for clarification, confirmation of what's on the table. So right now you have 7th, 9th, and 11th. So you can go back and read about those. And if one of those resonates, you plant your seeds there. Look, action. Chariot. It's time to go. It's go time. That's my chariot. Okay. And the moon. Don't forget the moon is there too. And the other interesting thing about the chariot is in tarot, Cancer is represented by the chariot card. So it's take passionate, emotionally balanced action, okay? What it is that you are feeling like. There's, oh, and these two just flipped out as I was going. 9 of Wands and 3 of Cups. Yeah. Whatever it is that's been holding you back, maybe you've just been through it, maybe you've been having a really hard time and you're like, you know what, this new moon in Cancer, I'm feeling it in my body, in my soul. My intuition's telling me it's time for a new beginning. This is your time to make the start and let go, to not be fearful, but to let go of any pain and anguish that you've been holding on to and just start moving forward. With the 3 of Cups, if you're willing to make this new start, there will be celebration at the end for you, okay? This is you having emotional fun, right? This is you out having fun, feeling good, being joyful, being thankful, celebrating love, joy, peace, whatever it is, celebrating with your friends like something good that's happened. So just know that that can happen if you're willing to put in the little bit of work here and start planting seeds for a new beginning for yourself, pile 2. All right, let's get one more card. I am connected to the earth and all life around me. Moon goddess Artemis. Yes, okay. Just stay grounded. I feel like that could be a message. Don't get too caught up in the emotion of it all, right? Because this is a very watery, emotional moon and energy that's happening right now. And they want you to use it in a calm, cool, collected, wise, balanced way. So, pile 2, these are your messages. Additional houses again, 7th, 9th, and 11th, okay? So take a look at those, and good luck around this new moon to get those seeds planted. See you later.